In Peaky Blinders Season 6, Episode 5, Tommy Shelby, Cillian Murphy, reunited with his long-lost son, Duke, played by Conrad Khan. What is the reason Duke gets the lead from Tommy? Keep watching the video till the end to know more. Who exactly is Duke Shelby? In a nutshell, Duke Shelby is Tommy Shelby's illegitimate son. Before World War II, the gang leader spent some time beneath a hazelnut tree at the Appleby Horse Fair, a gypsy gathering. Duke's given name is Erasmus, and he's around 19 years old, with Tommy and Duke's mother meeting in 1914 and Series 6 taking place in 1934. He can't read or write, but he likes horses and is good at stealing, as he demonstrates by stealing Arthur's watch. When Tommy's 7-year-old daughter, Ruby, became ill, he went to see his wild-living sister-in-law, Esme Shelby, widow of his deceased brother John. Tommy feared the gypsies had cursed Ruby after he gave them a blue sapphire he had obtained from some Russian enemies who had warned him it was cursed. What happened to Duke's mother? Zelda was the name of Duke's mother. She became pregnant after he left to fight in France during World War I. Later, she died on the road. She revealed to Duke that his father was the Duke of Saxonshaw and she was a Romani queen. However, Tommy informs Duke that Zelda stole his watch and chain. Tommy stole it when he was a kid, which is why it had Saxonshaw carved on it. Zelda wore the watch over her heart until she died and was buried with it. Tommy reveals that when Zelda became pregnant, Duke's grandfather shot him with his squirrel gun, leaving him with a scar. What is Duke's place in Shelby's family? Duke was accepted as a full member of the Shelby clan in the final episode of the Peaky Blinders drama, which premiered on April 3rd. Earlier in the series, he denied being Shelby and appeared wary of his father. He objects to the gang's violence in a betting shop in Episode 5 after witnessing Billy Grad being forced to kill a referee who refuses to fix a football match. Duke can work with horses while remaining anonymous, according to Tommy. However, Tommy hints that his company will require Duke for dark work in the future, implying that his other son, Charlie, will fulfill light work and that his affairs will need to be settled soon. In the finale, Duke demonstrates his loyalty to the Shelby gang by assisting Tommy in identifying Bill Grade as a traitor and exiling his Uncle Finn from the family. Peaky Blinders fans have been deconstructing the events of the 6th season since the final episode aired on Sunday evening. Following a thrilling finale, many viewers have been debating what Tommy Shelby said to his son Duke near the end of the episode. During Tommy's farewell meeting in the woods, he whispers something into his son's ear, but the inaudible words, which FYI do not show up with subtitles, remained a mystery to viewers. Fans have been dying to know what was said since the scene aired, and there are some theories that make a lot of sense. Many people turned to social media in the hopes that someone would have the answers. The first couple of words were, "I want you," and then it was inaudible. One Redditor speculated, maybe he said, "I want you to run the company," but he could have said anything. While another responded, yeah, Tommy clearly saw Duke as his heir to lead the family, or carry on the legacy by giving him the lead in killing Billy and testing Finn. So it was most likely orders or advice to lead the family. And did you all notice Duke had a Peaky Blinders haircut in that scene, said another. According to a fourth, he whispers to him, "Charles is the king, protect him," similar to how Arthur protects Tommy. Others believe the scene could be a watershed moment in Duke's relationship with Charles, who appeared unimpressed. One person wrote, "That shot of Charles' face when Tommy whispers to Duke at the dinner table foreshadows so much of the film. It's going to be fantastic." Did you notice the scene near the end of the dinner table where Tommy whispers into Duke's ear and it cuts to Charles, who seems a tad pissed that his father is favoring the new boy? "Something there to possibly watch develop in the film," said another. What happens next to Duke Shelby? There are rumblings of a Peaky Blinders spin-off series and film, with many fans expecting Duke to play a key role in both. Stephen Knight, the series creator, has confirmed that the saga will continue on the big screen with a film that'll wrap up the story. However, no confirmation of a spin-off series has been made. We also don't know who will appear in the film. However, Knight previously confirmed that Tommy and Arthur would appear, telling Digital Spy it's impossible to say yet, but the movie, yes. Khan, who was seen in the final scenes with a Peaky Blinders haircut, has confirmed that he hopes his character will return for the film. When asked about his character appearing in the future of the show, he revealed to RadioTimes.com, "I hope so, I hope so." Stephen Knight hasn't spoken to me about it. I don't think he even knows in his mind what he wants to take it next, but yeah, who knows. He also shared his thoughts on how he would like to see Duke's character develop, saying, "I believe he has a fierce independence. He does have a wild, feral, and violent side to him. And as an actor, I think that's a lot of fun to play at times. So maybe some of that, some action. I enjoy carrying out the action." According to Stephen Knight, the Peaky Blinders film will begin production in 2023. according to the BFI London Film Festival. I'm going to write the feature, which will be set in and shot in Birmingham, and that'll probably be the sort of the end of the road for Peaky Blinders as we know it. According to Peaky Blinders Season 5 and 6 director Anthony Byrne, a full series of Peaky Blinders takes 6 months to film and another 6 months to edit, so a 2-hour film could be faster. However, because the show is used to operating on tight budgets on television and there is always a 2-year gap between TV series releases, it's likely they'll want to have a huge cinematic experience with a grander production. If the Peaky Blinders film follows a traditional Hollywood production schedule, it'll most likely wrap in 2023 or 2024, with a release date in late 2024 or early 2025. Although the Peaky Blinders film is still a few years away, it appears that creator Stephen Knight has a good idea of how it'll play out. We're in development, he told Variety in January 2021. It's a fully formed idea and it has a beginning, middle, and end, and I think it's going to be a fitting conclusion to the story told so far. He then told Metro in March 2022 that he was still working on the story, saying, "I know exactly what's going to happen. It's a very specific story that's based on a true story from World War II and will be told in the Peaky way. According to Digital Spy, the film will move the world forward, and then once we've moved the world forward into the Second World War, we'll see where that takes us." While he told Empire that it'll go into and beyond the Second World War. In Series 6, we're bringing in the new generation, and they're going to be part of what happens in the film. I think it's finding those actors that you just watch and you think, there you go, there's the future, Knight said in an interview with Esquire. The film, I know exactly what it's about, and I know what 2 stories it's going to tell. How the story will unfold, I don't know. What'll happen after that, I want that to depend on the film. For all we know, somebody's going to pop out. I think I know who it's going to be, Knight added cryptically. Because the show is set in the years leading up to World War II, it's only natural that any potential film's plot revolve around that conflict. Plus, it'd be fittingly epic setting for the big screen adaptation. However, by the time World War II begins, Tommy Shelby and Arthur Shelby will have reached the ages of 49 and 52, respectively, putting them outside the conscription age bracket. 50-year-olds were called up after 1942 when both men would have reached that age. Tommy Shelby is already a Labour MP for Birmingham South by the end of Season 4, and in Season 5, he joins the British Union of Fascists as an infiltrator to take down Oswald Mosley and his ilk. If his political rise continues, it appears that he will be fighting battles in Westminster rather than on the battlefield. Meanwhile, by 1939, the family's younger members will be at or near conscription age. Michael will be 36, Finn will be around 31, Ada's son Cawthorne will be around 20, Tommy's son Charlie will be around 17, and long-lost son Duke Shelby will be around 24. Arthur Shelby's son Billy Shelby will be a teenager, and don't forget about John Shelby's children. Joe Cole's character may have left the show, but he had at least 2 sons with Martha and Esme Shelby who could return. However, they were not seen when Tommy met Esme in Season 6, so they may have been forgotten entirely. The idea of the elder Peaky Blinders having to face the horrors of war with their own children, knowing full well the true dangers and horrendous mental scars left behind, could make for an intriguing setting. And that's all for today's video. Please share your thoughts in the season's finale. What do you think of this video? Do let us know in the comments below. Want to know more things about the Peaky Blinders or Thomas Shelby? Please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. See you in the